So I went through all this and I was thinking, and I realized I forgot to visit video. I can't think and do something at the same time, right? Okay, so I want to show you this, what I did, and you see my little shims here? I got 3 little shims, and I'll tell you what I was thinking. Yeah, I completely forgot to show you any of this. So. All right, and so I've got 3 little shims on this side too. And you see what the deal is this is so crummy. See how bad it has all these on it, and this isn't smooth. And these came out rough and kind of poochy out. And what I ended up doing was putting 3 shims in here, in between it, so that it wouldn't rub on here. And see, it locks. That's what's interesting. They feel a little loose when you put each one on individually, each rotor on the shaft individually, but once they lock together, then they're really tight. Of course, when I build a big motor, it's going to be keyed. So the point is, you can see space in between there, but it's jiggly. Of course, it's jiggly. So I shoved 3 on there, put the spacer on, and the side. Okay. Shoved 3 on here. And I think it was more out of luck than calculation. The idea is mostly just to pressure. And then what do I want to do? Put these in. I went out in the garage and drilled these holes. That's why the first time I started using PETG was because I read that you could machine it. And I don't know how true that is, because I never had any luck with it. Didn't deal with it much. Just tried it a few times, and this is the most I have done with PETG. But like I was saying, get it up close to the microphone. You can't hear it at all. It's not rubbing. It feels good. It's really smooth. So let's just go crazy and put it all together, is what I was doing. Let's see what we want to do. How am I staying in camera? I drilled these out so that I wouldn't have to screw them in, but I'm still having to screw them in, because it's once you get them stacked that it starts causing problems. But I don't want the holes big. I wanted them tight. I started thinking about things like threaded inserts and the likes. See, it pressed in. Not as tight as it was, I think, before I drilled them. Either that, or I went back and changed the files, and don't remember doing that. So who knows? I have no idea what I do 90% of the time, because I'm too busy thinking to figure it out or to pay attention to what I'm doing. I don't know. Had a boss tell me one time, because I was saying I didn't remember if I did something, and he said, "You got to write this stuff down." It's like, well, whatever. I write a lot of stuff down, but if I'm trying to get something done, you You just try this, try that, try this, try that. Okay, so we got 4 screws in there, tighty. I can hear it clicking a little bit in there, but I'm really happy with it. I printed some really cool feet for it. Check these out. Do I want to go this way or this way? No, you see these holes are for the hauls. Those are awful small. I think I will have to end up disassembling it to put the hauls in. That's okay. So you see one side is a short side and one side's a long side. You see how I have it. These are shelf brackets that I got off of Tinkercad. So I thought they would make really nice little feet. I went down there. No, I need it up here. But you know what else? Oh, yeah, they're going to be long enough, aren't they? Where did I decide? This way? Yeah, I think this way. I was saying something. God knows what I was saying. Must have been important. Yeah, it's no big deal. I can pop this side off and deal with the hauls. But see, I left enough space here for the hauls. Actually, did I want it down there or I want it up here? This is harder than the other part, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to try it with no hauls first, just to see if the motor runs. Now then, is there enough room for this to go on? Yes, it is. Even enough room for me to screw it on. Okay. And I think that should be just right. Now I have to say that assembly went awful smooth. I hope it's because I'm getting better at this. Reminds me of playing Quake with my son. He was watching me play. And I said, God, these people are really bad. He said, have you ever thought that maybe you're getting better? No, it never dawned on me I was getting any better at the stupid game. But apparently that was a story. Of course, we managed to become LPBs. Low ping bastards. That's what they're called when you have a high-speed internet. I guess they don't. Well, I guess they still deal with that nowadays. There's still reasons people don't have the high speed, or some people have the super high speed. I know I pay for a higher speed, even though I still believe they're throttling the internet. Okay, look at that. That is so cute. Is it really sitting on the ground or is it wobbly? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's good. And you know what I've got here? I have got ABC, ABC. And it's wound separately because initially I was winding I was printing the stators in 2 pieces so that I could put them together. And I decided that just didn't make any difference. It didn't help at all. And so now I just print them all as one piece, and that seems to be working out pretty well. I put the liquid tape on this. I should have made a video of putting the liquid tape on this. Oh, it looks so nice, and that looks like I can see metal there. I don't know if it's just a reflection. No, it looks like metal. The liquid tape is so goopy. I don't know. Anyway, I've got to deal with that. That is the smaller magnet motor. Oh, I cannot believe how smooth this sounds, and it's not tight. It's really nice. Okay, I'll put this on here, and I need a piece of tape. I had to spend a few minutes earlier cleaning my workbench. I had the little tiny screws all over it, and finally I realized they were in the way and I needed to break down and clean. So I spent a few minutes organizing that. I like this little tray that came in the light. You can see the stuff there. This is supposed to be a desk lamp, right? And then I realized, oh, that's what that's for. That's the organization dealy. Whopper, to put your paper clips in. All right, so there we go. And we have we don't have a, let's use this one. What is this? I can't remember now. Three amps, nickel metal hydride, LiPo 2 to 4S. Just happen to have, where do I need to be? Just happen to have 4S sitting right here. That should be pretty charged up. And I have terminal ends on here. You know, maybe I'm just going to swap the whole thing over and use this. Look at that. I have tools on my bench. Isn't that amazing? And you know what? I have these labeled also. I have it labeled ABC. And how do I have the order? This way, this way, this way. Oh, I'm going to have to take those completely off, aren't I? Because I think these are, yeah, they are. They are little loopies. I took these all apart and I found these little screws. And I was like, what the heck do those screws go to? And then I remembered that's what goes here. They're for the hauls. When I have a motor that needs hauls on it. And these little bitty puppies are a pain in the butt to deal with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. And you see how I have this one where all the wires are going. Gotta hope I'm recording. It's going to end up being an hour-long video of me talking to the air. Or I hope it's recording my voice. That happens. Still got the ugly feet on this side. Oh, I got 2 feet. I was wondering what to do with these 2 feet since I didn't print 4. And that's what it is. I got 2 feet over here. So I can put these 2 over on here. Okay, this needs to go away. Out of the way. And we are going to what do I want to do first? Now I wish I'd no. Yeah, I'm thinking again. That's what happens. You go into freeze mode when you're thinking. I do anyway. Okay, I am going to put a screw here. I know I want to use existing holes, but they don't line up. And I'm trying to figure out what I did. I see I have it. I bet if I pop it up higher. Yeah. This is the best part of everything, is trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing, right? I need some little tiny wrenches. I wonder if I have some. I might have some in my toolbox and just not know it. What were they called? Ignition wrenches for some reason. Ow! Oh! Ow! 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 My dad had the cutest little adjustable crescent. My whole life, I often wonder what happened to that. I would like to have it. Yes, I think this is going to work better. All right. Yes, it lines up with holes. Okay. Am I on the right side? Yes, I'm on the right side. You wonder why I have toothpicks here? It is for dealing with glue. I wonder if I posted the video of me gluing stuff. I've gotten kind of behind on paying attention to videos that I've posted. I posted something, I know. Okay. So these are all squished and weird, but that's okay. See, this one is, like I said, it's in 2 pieces. Okay, so this is A and B and B and C and C. Okay. So then, it'd probably be easier. It'll be okay. I'll tell you, this is one of those things I'm glad I thought about. And I ordered more of these, and they are somewhere. But I was thinking of ways to, and I've got tons of connectors somewhere that I can use instead of just using little stupid wires once I get all the connectors. But I was trying to figure out how to make my motors prettier for the videos, and I guess functionality comes first, right? Yeah, I know this is turning into a long video, but such is life. You know, I can see here, this is labeled WVU. And in the picture, I have a picture right here, and it's labeled CMA. So why is there no consistency in their labeling? All right, so we're going to go with these two are C's. RCs? RCs. TV show I'm watching, the guy's drinking RC Cola. And I don't know if that still exists. We drank it when I was a kid instead of Coca-Cola. All right, this is painful too. Like that. Let's see. B. The Cantonese are funny because they say siya, biya, aya. And when they run into a pole, they go aya. Anyway, maybe it's not just the Cantonese to do that. I can't remember. Come on. There we go. There we don't go. All right, you're going to be a pain in the butt about it. Let's see if, nope, that's not going to work up there. I know it. I know it. Yep, that's what I was saying. It's going to come undone. Hate that I only have two hands. Wow, it came undone. Have no doubt everybody watching this is thinking of 100 ways to do it better. You know what? I may fast forward past all this. God damn. What is the deal here? Thought that was bad. You ought to see it when I try to use the hauls. Oh my God. Huh, first try. Yep, I think I got these things figured out too. All right, here we go. Hokey pokey. Let's see what direction do we want to go with this so we don't just in that case. I don't think anything's going to explode just because this is not crazy high power. Come on. Ah. There we go. Oh. You know, I had trouble with this the other day. Something weird going on. Yeah. There you go, folks. First run. First try. That's a first. All right. I will admit, or I will say it. Maybe I'm getting better at this.